Hello, live stream viewers. I'm Ray Latif. I'm the managing editor of BevNet, and you're watching the live stream studio at Brewbound Live Winter 2018. I'm joined by Karmen Olson, the director of innovation for Craft Brew Alliance, and the winner of the Brewbound Pitch Slam. That is Nico Enriquez, the founder and CEO of Willie's Superbrew. Congratulations, Nico. Woo woo! I think you can do a louder one than that.
I don't know how these things work.
Well done. Just a quick thanks to our sponsors for the live stream, Live Oak, Headset, and Vicinity Brew. We couldn't do this without them. Now, Nico, you've got the awesome trophy. You got the $10,000 marketing package. You're going to go to Portland to go work with CBA. What are you most excited about?
I'm kind of happy it was over. It was a little stressful preparing.
For sure,
but
for sure.
I'm most excited. Honestly, I think this helps us really get the word out there about what Superbrew is and establish its legitimacy, because we made up a new category and we're really trying to educate people on it, and this is a huge opportunity to do that.
Right on. And there was a question about what is Superbrew. You asked it on stage. I think there were some comments by the judges in terms of like how scalable this opportunity is. So for the viewers at home who might have missed your presentation, what is your Superbrew? What is your product?
So Superbrew stands for superfoods and fermentation, and it's kind of a mix between a cider, a seltzer, and a kombucha, where it's lower sugar than cider, it's fewer calories than wine, it's gluten-free. It kind of takes the best aspects of those three, and it makes a drink that people can bring anywhere and drink a few, and they don't necessarily feel that heavy feeling. And the idea is to bring beer to people who don't necessarily have beer in their lives. The idea of a convenient social drink that tastes good, they can drink anywhere.
Karmen, the judges thought highly of Nico and the brand and the presentation. What were some of the great things? What are some of the things that Nico did right? What are some of the things that Willie's Superbrew did right to win this competition?
I think one of the things that you did right was you prepared for this presentation. It was much better than yesterday.
He only had 90 seconds in his defense yesterday.
Listen, you're a better man than I could never do it. And I think that, the more that I sit on Superbrew and this thing that you guys are trying to create, this thing that you made up, which I love that you just take ownership of that. I think it's really kind of beautiful.
Sure.
The more that I understand the possibility for the category as a whole, and, just like sitting up there debriefing with you and Chris, we talk a lot about kombucha and the success of that category, and I think it's very natural for beer to sort of try to fit this square peg in a round hole and say like, oh, we'll just make it alcoholic. And what I love about what you guys are doing with Superbrew is just making it up. You're just redefining it, and there's something about that makes it more permissible. We're doing some work with Yale right now, and one of the findings sort of early on that we've discovered is that there's this lack of permissibility around beer, and with kombucha, there's already a need state that's sort of covered with health benefits, and there's something that you're supposed to achieve with kombucha. Superbrew doesn't have that baggage with it, and so I think that I get really excited about the potential for what that could be, and just making something up is perfectly acceptable because the lines are getting really blurred.
They are getting really blurred. I mean, is there a functional aspect to what you're doing as well? I mean, how much of what you're drinking is intended to be a healthier beverage, they then say, a traditional beer?
I would say we're better for you. We're not good for you necessarily, because it's alcohol. You can't make that claim.
Sure.
So using real ingredients, bringing transparency to the category, having fewer calories, making it gluten-free, those are all aspects of a drink that I think is an upgrade in terms of the health profile of it. But it's not necessarily healthy because it's still, a substance that you're consuming.
In terms of Brewbound Live, the experience as a whole, what are some of the things that you're going to be able to take back with you and introduce and infuse into your business strategy?
I mean, I think a few talks really stood out for me. I think Andy yesterday...
Andy Thomas, the CEO of Craft Brew Alliance.
Andy Thomas, his talk was really good because I think he presented a perspective on how we need to think about a bigger picture than just beer, and how I think Sam at Dogfish does the same thing. The people who are really innovating in the industry are looking a lot further than just here's the square pegs that we're trying to fit in, and I think that's really where we're going to see growth in any industry, and it's really tumultuous times across the world. So having that understanding and bringing the data and bringing the insights from, yes, this is what's happening on the ground, this is what our research is leading us to believe, but also here's how the broader world impacts our industry is something that, the insights he pulled really were enlightening. And I'd say 3x3 insights as well. Their descriptions of the data and independent market. I think independent market is such a difficult market to understand because there's so many retailers and they're all doing different things. And cracking that code is something we're trying to figure out. And listening to them describe what they found with their data was really interesting as well.
Now, Karmen, you're going to work with Nico. CBA is going to work with Nico when you guys go and visit Portland. All expenses paid, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, lodging too?
We'll have a nice dinner too, yes, of
Nice.
course. Yeah.
Nice.
But in the short term, what are some of the things that you'd recommend that they do to perhaps switch up or change up or tweak their presentation or their positioning so that they will be on a sort of better footing as they grow?
Yeah, I mean, when we work together, when you come to Portland, I'd love to work with you guys on the pitch itself. You know, having that very brief 90-second pitch that's very explicit and to the point, sort of honing some of that messaging. I love that you guys are actively working on refining that and using data to inform it and just talking to people who drink it. You know, that's the really important part. So I'd love to partner with you on that specifically. And I think that there's a lot of fun that you're going to be able to have with Tom as well. You know, he's really excited to be able to do a collaboration that's sort of outside of beer, which is where we've been playing at the same time. Yeah,
it's going to be exciting to see where this all goes. Right now, though, I kind of want to do something that's a little different for the competition, something we've never done before. Perhaps we can open a can of Willie Superbrew.
Yeah.
We can pour said into there we go.
The beer chalice, Superbrew chalice.
Nico, you're the winner of the Brewbound Live Pitch
So
Slam.
do I pour it on Karmen?
No,
Don't do that. Please don't do that. But have a sip for our live viewers at home. If you want to be part of the competition, if you want to win this trophy next time, sign up. You might just be on stage with me and Karmen, and you might just be the winner of an amazing trophy. I hope we cleaned that. Did we clean that beforehand?
I think California law requires you to label this to say
You're right.
cancer
I think
chemicals.
you did. I think it does. Well, that's been fantastic. This has all been really amazing. Nico, thank you so much for joining us. Karmen, thank you so much for everything you do for Brewbound Live and for the beer industry. It's so amazing and so awesome.
Thank you guys. This is
here.
so fun.
Outstanding. Well, viewers, thank you so much for listening and watching and listening, that is. And Brewbound Live Winter 2019 is just about 365 days away, but we'll be reporting on the industry as thoroughly as we always have. So stay tuned, watch us on brewbound.com, read us on brewbound.com, and we'll talk to you next time.